Hello and welcome to Tuesday Treadmill Talks. I'm Jeremy and I'm in my bedroom of my apartment. Just chilling. Felt like I need to make Tuesday Treadmill Talks even though I'm not on the treadmill. It's because I'm injured. Um, yeah, this is what my bedroom looks like. It's tiny as fuck. Yeah, it's a mess. Because there's no room for anything. We're just gonna go to the Star Wars collection here. Which is fucking covered in shit here. Look at this. Look at all these sexy Star Wars books. Oh, it's a humble beginning to what I used to have. Go fucking figure. Wanted to give an update. Been trying to get out some more videos. Things have been stressful with school and trying to graduate. You know the fucking drill with me. Shit gets tough at school. Videos go whoop, gone out the window. There's a ton filmed. They all need to be edited. Yeah, fun shit. Always love editing. Actually, I don't mind editing. Editing's quick and easy with my videos because I don't do a whole hell of a lot of editing. It's more of render time that becomes a factor in making thumbnails. And I don't even make thumbnails for Tuesday Treadmill Talks or edit them. So, yeah, fun shit. I have so many reviews. Starting with Rambo First Blood Part 2, Rambo 3, all of the Dark Tower Stephen King books, which will probably come out this summer, even though the reviews are done, except for I think Wind Through the Keyhole. I haven't filmed that. If I have, I don't remember filming it. But also a bunch of Star Wars stuff. I got Thrawn Alliances still. It's almost been out for a year. I should upload that before the new Thrawn book comes out. I don't even know what that was called. Um, the Solo movie novelization. Oof. A New Dawn. Dark Disciples. Ahsoka. Some Marvel Star Wars reviews. And that's stuff that's filmed. I'm not even talking about the stuff I haven't filmed yet. Like my Dawn of the Jedi Into the Void review. Or Star Wars Revan. Or Old Republic Revan. Or Old Republic Deceived. I just finished Deceived a couple days ago. And turned out better than I thought it was going to be, which is good. I started Old Republic Fatal Alliances. Even though Master and Apprentice just came out, I have the audiobook for that. I'm going to try to finish Fatal Alliances first. Fatal Alliance singular. I'm not enjoying that. I really am not. I think I'm not a fan of Sean Williams as a writer. And I hate to say that about people except for Chuck Wendig because that guy's a fucking shithead. But I don't like his books. He's not the worst Star Wars writer. He just writes bland books. Um ugh. Reminds me of Barbara Hambly's books, like Children of the Jedi or Planet of Twilight, which everyone seems to hate. Um, or Karen Miller's another one I don't care for. Karen Miller wrote some of Clone Wars novels. She wrote Wild Space. I think that's the one everyone likes of hers. But she wrote Siege and Gambit. They're like the it's Gambit's the duology, and it's Stealth and Siege. I think they're Dave Filoni Clone Wars books. They read like Dave Filoni Clone Wars books, and they're terrible. And it didn't even need to be two books. I'll be reviewing those probably this summer. I'll get into that whole Century hardcover quadrilogy. Because there's two good ones and two bad ones. And for those of you who don't know, Century is the UK imprint for Del Rey. Century released these four: No Prisoners, Wild Space, Stealth, and Siege, all in hardcover, and they only came out in the UK to my knowledge. They were all released in like this oversized paperbacks in the US, which are weird. I thought they were kids' books when they came out, so I didn't even bother with them. But they're adult fiction, I think. No Prisoners is really good. It actually explains Children of the Jedi to a degree. It gives that a little backstory. It gives Pelion a little backstory, where she shows up in the Thrawn trilogy. It expands canon. It's one of Karen Travis's best books, probably up there with Hard Contact. Hard Contact's pretty solid. See who else? Some bad Star Wars writers? E.K. Johnston. We'll get into talking about her soon with the Ahsoka review. I don't like her books. Honestly, I think I like her. No, it's a different kind of bad than Chuck Wendig. E.K. Johnston's books are like taking Ampium and coating cough syrup and not sleeping. It's just a horrible experience. Unless you're into that shit. I'm not gonna king shame you. But Sean Williams is famous, I guess. He wrote the novels for Force Unleashed and Force Unleashed 2, which we all know that I don't like the Force Unleashed or I really don't like Force Unleashed 2. It was actually, I didn't think you could get dumber than Force Unleashed, but Force Unleashed 2 proved it by even having just monotonous, terrible gameplay. You ever played Force Unleashed 2? It's one of the easiest games ever made. Even on hard, you just mow through every stormtrooper you see. I think I died twice in my playthrough on the hardest difficulty. Once is because I fucked up a quick time event, and the other time is I just got swarmed by ATSTs near the end and got wrecked the first time. And then I figured it out. But it sucks. It's a sucky game. They're both terrible games. I mean, Force Unleashed, I can't say it's awful. It's okay. General Lotz said it best. The Star Wars lightsaber combat peaked with Jedi Academy. I mean, game-wise, there was nothing that compares. Jedi Academy just feels like you're having a lightsaber fight. It's not even a duel. It's dirty scrapping. It's the same with Jedi Outcast. That's balls to the wall hard. Those are some of the best Star Wars games ever made right there. At least with lightsaber combat. I mean, you had Battlefront 2, for 2005 one, the lightsaber. It's not designed for, like, lightsaber to lightsaber fighting. That's an afterthought. You just get the hero if you're doing good and you just wreck everything. That's the point of that. The EA Battlefronts, they're all terrible. Lego Star Wars is pretty decent, but those are kids' games, debatably. You know, they're just... Force Unleashed is monotonous trash, and it feels like fanfic. That's my problem with Force Unleashed and Force Unleashed 2. Ooh, Vader's secret apprentice. Ooh, he does the reverse lightsaber blade thing. Ooh. Some of you liked when I made fun of, like, nerds with the beginning of Deceived. Which, that's stupid, too. It's all dumb. Force Unleashed is dumb. Force Unleashed 2 is really dumb. Storylines are both stupid. Force Unleashed 2 is even dumber. I mean, you're a fucking clone. Because they wrote themselves into a hole with the first one. I get that it's Hayden Blackman's baby, but it's a disappointment. It's garbage. I don't understand why it was so freaking popular, besides George Lucas liked it. And it's one of those things where at the end there's like, of course George liked this. It's dumb. It's almost a can rant about how Force Unleashed is the dumbest thing ever. Literally, so this is a good story. So like a month ago, someone in one of the Star Wars Facebook groups is like, post your the least popular opinion you have on Star Wars. And there's people posted like, "Ooh, Last Jedi sucked," or "Ooh, Last Jedi was really good," like that sort of shit. Or like, "The prequels weren't that bad. Attack of the Clones, best Star Wars movie." And I'm like, I've heard all of this shit before. Yes, even Attack of the Clones being someone's favorite. I have a friend who thinks Attack of the Clones is the greatest Star Wars movie ever. I don't get it. But I posted two of them. One was Dave Filoni's Clone Wars is trash. I said it's bad. Overall, it's just bad. And that, no one cared. People say that about Dave Filoni's Clone Wars. It's split down the middle of the fandom. But I think the quote was, "Force Unleashed is trash." I think I said both Force Unleashed games are trash. And people got fucking pissed. And I'm like, why do you people like this? I guess this is how people feel when people talk shit about Karen Travis's Republic Commando books. Because they're not that good. They aren't the worst things I've read, but they're not the pinnacle of Star Wars, which the Karen Travis fans think they are. They're not. The first one's really good. The second one, not so much. And I haven't gone through the others. Maybe my opinion will change when I read the other three. But 000 was so dumb. Well, it had one thing that was really dumb, and it kind of wrecked the whole story for me. Sure, it had its moments of really good, but no. No, not for me. But Sean Williams wrote, backpedaling back to the Force Unleashed novels. Sean Williams wrote the Force Unleashed novels. And what I've read of them is okay. I've never finished either. I have read excerpts from them because I was curious. But I'm reading Fatal Alliance. I'm like 6-7 chapters into it, and I don't like it. There are way too many characters that I don't care about. It's like this doomsday plot is going to happen, and I'm like, not about that. And it makes me wonder how the Old Republic books continued after Fatal Alliance. Because Fatal Alliance, although chronologically it's the third one in the Old Republic, books, and what I mean by Old Republic, the title says Old Republic. It's a tie-in to the MMO. It's a BioWare tie-in. It's just it's bland. It's boring. I don't care about anyone. I don't find it fun. I'm shocked that I think Deceived came second. Deceived or Revan. I'm shocked that Annihilation, I'm pretty sure is the last one. But I'm shocked that any of those got written after Fatal Alliance came out. Because it's so boring. It doesn't even feel like a video game novel. And what I mean by that is when the action just suddenly becomes like a video game. Like I said at the beginning of Deceived, it felt like a giant cutscene to a Kingdom Hearts game. It was just nonsensical and stupid. Dark Forces, Soldier of the Empire, the climax feels like the video game, which was the point, but it's I don't want to read that, I'd rather play that. And the thing with Star Wars is a lot of the video game tie-in books feel like novels, they hold their own, Republic Commando Hard Contact. I mean, it doesn't have any of the characters from the game in it, which is pretty tight. It's its own entity. And the Dark Forces books sort of do that. I haven't... Revan didn't feel like a video game. Deceived, besides the beginning, the rest of it didn't feel like a video game. Fatal Alliance doesn't. It's just boring. The only one of these books, these video game tie-ins, that I've not read at all, is Dantooine Ghosts, I think. It was a Star Wars Galaxies tie-in novel. Do any of you remember Star Wars Galaxies? If for those of you who don't know, it was their first attempt at an MMO. It was designed very poorly and failed. LucasArts sunk a shitload of money into it. There were so many expansions. It was trying to be World of Warcraft, and it died. It died hardcore. I mean, the fucking thing was like $15 a month or something. I remember I got the starter kit and like had a 2 week trial, and it was like, ugh, not my thing. Barely ran on my Windows XP computer at the time. Which was another deciding factor of not playing that. Oh god. The thing that made the Old Republic worth playing is it's free to play. I think that was why this game is still popular. Because I mean, they still make Old Republic content. It's just video game based only. And there's other stuff with freaking Old Republic. I mean, there were the web comics that Dark Horse made into comic books that all suck. I've read those. Although Alexander Freed did an okay job of the last story arc. But no, I don't know. I don't know about this. My whole thing this year was I was going to try to read all the Old Republic stuff I had never read, which would just leave Knight Errant after an Annihilation. And like the whole thing of Knight Errant for the most part. I mean, I think I read the first 2 volumes. I don't think I ever read the third. It's hard to remember. The art's trash. I remember that. It's John Jackson Miller, but it's just not good. Yeah, this video is getting really rambly. I should probably stop there. So that's Tuesday Treadmill Talks. I hope you enjoyed it, and hope to get some more reviews out for you. Have a nice day.